The ghost of Aburi came back to haunt Nigeria. Many Nigerians today are asking one question. Did Nigeria make a mistake by abandoning the Aburi Accord in 1967? That old agreement between General Yakubu Gowon and General Ojukwu may have happened almost 60 years ago, but some people believe the problems it tried to solve are still with us today. Let us break it down. Now, let's start with what happened at Aburi. In January 1967, Nigerian leaders met in Aburi, Ghana, to stop the growing crisis that was threatening to break the country apart. At that time, there was fear, there was distrust, there was ethnic tension, and there was political confusion. The eastern region, led by Ojukwu, wanted stronger protection for its people after the killing of Easterners in the northern Nigeria. So what happened next? The meeting ended with an agreement that would give regions, listen carefully, it will give regions more control over their affairs while remaining part of Nigeria. While remaining part of Nigeria. But regions will have power over their own affairs. Many people believe this was the last opportunity to avoid war. So what went wrong? The problem started when both sides, while they returned to Nigeria, they started having disagreement about the Aburi report. Ojukwu believed the agreement gave more powers to the regions, just like returning to a regional system, having regional control. The federal government believes some parts of the agreement needed clarification and adjustment. Before long, trust broke down. The agreement collapsed. A few months later, Nigeria entered a civil war that claimed millions of lives. Why is Aburi being discussed again today? This is where Aloy Ejimakor's article comes in. Because recently Aloy Ejimakor was reacting, comparing Aburi and what is happening now. His argument is simple. He says, many of the complaints Nigerians are making today sound very similar to the complaints that were being made before the Civil War. People complain about insecurity. Communities complain that they cannot protect themselves. Many complain that too much power is concentrated in Abuja, at the center. Others are calling for state police, restructuring, and more regional autonomy. These are issues that touch the same question that were being debated during the Aburi talks. The Middle Belt example. The article pointed to the Middle Belt. For years, communities in Plateau, Benue, and other areas have faced attacks, displacement, and security challenges. Many people feel abandoned. Some former leaders, including General Danjuma, have even advised communities to find ways to protect themselves. To supporters of the Aburi idea, this proves that local regions should have more control over security. They believe local authorities understand their problems better than officials sitting far away in Abuja. Here is the big question. This is the question the article wants Nigerians to think about. If regions had been given greater powers as proposed during the Aburi discussions, would Nigeria's security situation be different today? Nobody can answer the question with certainty. History does not give us a chance to run experiments, but the debate refuses to go away. Here is the other side. Not everybody agrees with Ejimakor's position here. Some people argue that Nigeria needed a strong central government to survive. They believe that Giving too much power to the regions could have weakened national unity and created even more instability. According to this view, abandoning Aburi was not the main cause of Nigeria's current problem. They argue that corruption, poor leadership, and weak institutions are still the real issues. Now, whether you support Ojukwu's position or Gowon's position, one fact remains. Nearly 60 years after the Aburi meeting, Nigerians are still arguing about the same issues: security, power sharing, regional autonomy, federal control. That is why people are saying, or people do say, the ghost of Aburi has returned. Not because the agreement is coming back, but because the question it raised were never fully settled. And until those questions are answered, the debate over Aburi may continue to haunt Nigeria for many years to come. What do you think? Was Aburi a missed opportunity, or would Nigeria still be facing the same challenges today?